Hi guys. Hi guys. How's everyone doing? Hello, welcome. I'm just quickly posting on my Instagram so that people can join. Let me know how you've been, where you're from, how you've been navigating this past week. Hi guys. Hello, welcome. Okay. So, yeah, let me just quickly share on my Instagram as well. As I said, in the meantime, you guys can let me know. Hello, welcome. Thank you for being here. Let me know how you've been, where you're from, how you've been navigating this past week. I am going to still be taking questions today, but I will be speaking a little bit about the astral space. Hello, welcome. Thank you for being here. Hi, guys. Okay. Hello, welcome. Okay, so my week has been very interesting, guys. My astral has been very active. I had quite a lot come through in the past few days. Hi, hello, welcome. I do find that the energies have leveled up a little bit and like evened out since the week before. Like the week before was quite intense. This week was a little bit more, I don't want to say chilled, but it was, for me, it was less intense. But my astral was more active. Like with the 3D level, it was a little bit more chilled, but the astral, like there was a lot going on. It didn't really affect my sleep, which was quite nice, but I did have a lot of things to navigate. I had quite a few timelines come up to be observed and cleared. Hello, Tony. Thank you for the beautiful super chat. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Hello from Portugal. Oh, by the way, guys, if any of you are in Europe and you want to see me and connect and you want a one-on-one session, I will be in Spain this time next week. I'm going to be in Ibiza for about 2 weeks. I am taking some one-on-ones. I'm not doing any public workshops, but I will be doing private clients. So you can just send me a DM if you want to connect. Hello from Namibia. Better this week. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I found that the energies have leveled out a little bit compared to last week and compared to just May in general. May was quite intense. Hello from Namibia, from Holland. Welcome. Life is a marathon. Yeah, I feel that. And this will be the last live for 2 weeks because I will be traveling next week. I'll be in Spain, so I won't be able to connect live. So if you have questions, please come through and ask them to me now. Hello, someone else from Portugal, still celebrating yesterday's win. Oh, yeah, I was supporting the Italian. I don't follow the tennis, but my partner does. And he said there was an Italian, but then the Spanish, was he Spanish? Nope, or was he Portuguese? Anyway, the other guy won. Yeah, I presume that's what you're talking about. Okay, so just a few quick little announcements. I still have slots available for my Bali retreat that is happening in September, from the 13th to the 19th of September. It's going to be really, really powerful. Whoever, yeah, you can follow the link. Thank you, Audrey. Whoever, thank you for being here. Whoever gets called to be there will definitely experience a very big shift. There's a beautiful group that's coming. Some people were with me in Costa Rica as well. So I'm very excited to see who aligns with it. There are a few spots left. So yeah, we'll be doing a lot. Everything is included in the price ticket, except for your flight. You need to pay for your own flight, but it's like 4-star accommodation. You can choose to have your own room or a shared room. All vegetarian meals are included. There is, I think, also a vegan option. And then all the transfers as well to and from the airport throughout the week. And guys, you get to spend like a whole week with me. You'll have access to me 24/7, which means that anything you want to know, you can just ask me and I'll channel it for you, you know? So you'll get a lot out of it. There'll be a lot of DNA activations. I'll be working with a hape. I'll be working with a lot of different energetic tools. So I'm very, very excited to see who will align. I think, yeah, I'll probably take maybe 2 or 3 more people, just so I can keep it quite like I don't want too many people because I want to be able to give everyone individual attention. Okay. Thank you. Hello. Hi. Thank you for being here from Pennsylvania. Welcome. Yeah. So let me know how you guys have been and where you're from and how your astral space have been. I will speak about the astral in this live. However, I am obviously always open to taking questions and see what comes up. And I do generally give an energetic update. I'll pull through a little bit of codes just to see and open up the space. Kuraya Shinayatra Ishirayatra Kurua Ishirayatra Shukrukutra Ishianara Trayatria Kiro Kurukutkara Ishira. Aligning systems, aligning, releasing, attuning, opening, releasing, clearing, attuning, opening, clearing, releasing, opening, attuning, grounding, anchoring, kiaro kut kruat, kiera ishiro kurukua ishinayatra. Yeah, I see a lot of your systems are looking more grounded than last week. Dayatria trikiat krukuat kriya ishinayatra shukrukua ishinayatra ki kukura ishinayatra triakiratra kratria kurukut kra yo na re yo yat kurkuna raisi ta kar kuku a yat re na yo na hashir da karru krua ikira yatra kratiera ishirayatra yasit kat kurkua ishinayatra Shukrukua ishirayatra kiero kurukut kra ishinayatra. Yeah, so what I had come up in my astral was a lot of navigating 3D experience, and I was seeing a lot of things shift because of the timelines that have been anchoring kind of like into each other. And there was quite a bit of distorted light that I had to clear. I must say, I had people appear to me in a certain way, which wasn't their true form. And then I think, so this is some good information that I'm going to share with you guys. Basically, when it comes to your astral space, like everything that you have within your system and energy field, it reflects what's going on within you. You know, it's directly proportionate to what is going on within you. So if you have doubt in your capabilities, in yourself, in who you are, in what you can do, it's going to pan through in the astral as well. So the astral is a very interesting space to be able to navigate because it's comprised of lower, middle, and higher tiers. And within all these dimensional density spaces, there is no limitation of time. So you can manifest anything that you want instantly within your astral space. However, you still have the limitation of space. So there's no limitation of time. Okay, so everything can happen. You know, you're like, oh, I want to do this, and you'll do it, you know, and you'll be seeing timelines and things shift and be fluid. So you'll have experiences from people with the past, with the future, and the present, but you still need to walk and move to places because you're still limited by space. You're welcome. I just want to read Feeling Much Calmer. Hi, Savannah. Thank you for being here. So Savannah's going to come to Bali. I'm very, very excited. Me feeling much calmer this week. I found things resurfacing from a few years ago, which I thought I had worked through. So that's been a journey. Yeah. So that will be affecting in your astral as well. It will be coming up in your astral. False light, annoying persistence. When I use AI, I'll clear. It doesn't take long for trickster energy to rear false face to attempt to disrupt whatever work I'm doing. So remember, guys, like, what comes in your field is what you allow. So if you start shielding and gridding and grounding, and you start vibrating at a frequency that is beyond anything that can cause deception, interruption, distortion, then you're not going to have that problem. Okay. Uh, Since I started super excited for Bali, so I started going to gym. I've been dreaming less. I assume that is related to my body recovering and higher nutrient use. Is there any tip you can provide related to this? That's an interesting. I've never thought of it that way. I exercise every day, and it doesn't really affect my astral. It might be that your system's recalibrating. It would definitely make sense that. So what I've figured out that happens is when your astral is very active, your physical tends to kind of like calm down. When you're clearing a lot through your physical, your astral tends to calm down. So they kind of like compensate each other. It's a lot on the system if you're clearing in both aspects. Okay. So yeah, I think I'll do a live on this AI. I know it's a big thing and a lot of people have been asking, and it's quite like a big subject, and there's a lot of different opinions that are going around. Hello from Virginia. Yeah, guys, if you haven't said, please let me know how you've been and where you're from. And also, if you are enjoying this live and you do enjoy my content and information, you're very welcome to give super chats, as it really supports me and it helps me continue giving these lives for free. And yeah, so thank you for that. If you are able to do, I really appreciate it. And then, yeah, another quick announcement that I'm going to just slot in here is I've got this beautiful event coming up on the portal of the Lionsgate, which is on the 8th August. Tickets are $44. I'm going to have a lot of interesting speakers. I'll have Vivian Chauvet, the GFL guys will be there. Debbie Dashinger, Ishmael Perez, Neil from Portal to Ascension will talk. It'll be me. It'll be my lovely colleague Josie. So Jerome will also be there. So it's going to be really, really lovely and powerful. So if you want a ticket for that, it's about 6 hours conference. We'll be working with the energies of the Lionsgate portal, and anyone who buys a ticket will have access to the recording as well. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to briefly, I see that a lot of people are asking, I'm going to briefly say something when it comes to the AI, and I've said this before. So right now, what we're doing is we're clearing Atlantean karmic timelines. So what happened in ancient Atlantis is that we weren't able to integrate the technology in a way that was healthy. So it eventually got out of control, took its own life and took over, and there was the massacre, the disaster, and there were, a lot of different timelines, a lot of different experiences, a lot of different, I don't want to say like there was destruction that came from it. Okay. So technology is part of the evolutionary process, whether we like it or not. Okay. So if you take very evolved beings that are living up there in ships, they work with technology. The point is having technology work for us and integrating it in a way that is healthy. Okay. This is where we need to go. This is what we need to navigate into. Okay. So what happened before is that it wasn't integrated in a healthy way. People were using it for service to self. If we operate from a space of love and our consciousness is connected to source, and we work from these spaces of unconditional self-love and unconditional love for everyone and everything, that is what the AI and technology will reflect from us, and it will work for us, and it will assist us in unifying. Like, social media is great. Look at all the wonderful people I've met through here. Like, I wouldn't be doing what I do and sharing my wisdom if I wasn't using this technology. This is a whole other dimensional density. So understanding spiritual hygiene with the technology as well, making sure you're clearing your screen, you're clearing your phone, you're placing white light, making sure things aren't coming and going, because this, again, is a whole other dimension. So it's really a matter of using it with integrity, using it for a greater purpose, for a greater good. And yeah, if it's operated by people who are using it to assist on a collective level, then we are meant to evolve, and we are meant to use these tools that are given to us in a way that is healthy. And this is the challenge. And this is the Atlantean karma that we are clearing and where we're navigating. And I don't know if this answers a little bit, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, going back to the astral space. The astral space is a very powerful place because you can really connect to your guides and your higher self and other versions of you when you are in the astral space. So I think the easiest way for you to do that is when you go to sleep, literally set the intention of calling in your guides, your galactic family, your higher self, and they will come in and they will assist you, or they will send you messages in the astral for you. And this is another trick that I've learned in my own experience. So if you have a dream and you wake up, you can open your eyes, it's fine, but don't move your head. This is what I've learned, and repeat the dream in your head. I've learned that if you move your head, it's almost like your body and system associates the dream with nighttime. And so it loses it. And so it's like, okay, I don't need it, not the information that I need, goodbye. But if you wake up and you repeat the dream in your head, your brain will associate it with daytime information like your groceries or what you need to do that morning at work, right? And so it will compartmentalize it with the information of the day. And what will happen is actually quite amazing. Throughout the day, you will start downloading more information about the dream because the brain will start retrieving it and be like, oh, okay, this information has come in. This information was happening in the astral. I need it. Let it come in. Okay. So I'm just going to make a quick note. Because they actually just told me I must make a reel about this. Yeah. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna see if there's some questions. In the astral, are we in our galactic form? You can be. There are some versions of you that are there and that can come through in the astral. So what happens is basically for your higher versions of self and your galactic family, it's very difficult for them to come here in the 3D and meet you in the 3D. So what actually happens is when you raise your frequency and you access your astral, or you meditate and you're in this high vibrational frequency space, that's where they can actually meet you. They're not going to come down in the 3D and be dense and connect with you here, because it's a lot harder for them to be able to do that. Instead, if you raise your frequency, you meet them at their level, then they can connect more easily to you. And that's why they can access the astral as well. Okay. Downloads happen more. Yeah. So you can also write your dreams after. That's also like a good way. You wake up and keep a journal. I kept it for years. I don't really need to anymore, but it's a good way to remember your astral. Yeah. So I'm going to pull through a bit more code. Yeah, let's see what comes through. Okay, opening systems, opening. Yo. Nra ti korokot ka ishenayatra. Treatre korokot krasia reate korokot kra ia isheratre. Shukrokuaria trea isheno koro ishia. Tianare atrea kiero kot krasiet kara ia isheratrak. Treat kiero kot kara ia ishenare atrea shero koroko. Kratiera tera koroko, opening, expanding. Yo. Nya. Tiash kurokuaria triaishira ya trakiero kuro anchoring kiero kurokut kraishia shukrukuaishira ya trekt krat kri asiero kurokut kaishienara shukrukuaishira tra shekrukuaishina ya tra treokura ya tera ishia shukrukuaishira ya tra triatero kuro releasing, letting go ishurkurukua ya triaishira ya tra shukrukua iaishira ya tra. Which will help with expanding within your astral space. Yakuru Aishirayatra. Aishirokuru Aishinayatra. Shukruku Aishia. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, you can have a whole bunch of different experiences. Also understanding that sometimes the places and things that you experience within your astral is like a co-creation of your mind. So what does that mean? This means that sometimes when you access lower tiers of your astral space, you can be in places that have been created for you to be there. And it's really important for you to understand that when you encounter low vibrational frequency entities within the astral space, all you need to do is think of love, of happiness, of a positive and high vibrational frequency emotion, and that will automatically elevate you to the higher tiers of your astral where these beings can't access and they won't be able to attack you. Because there are beings that can attack you and suck your energy and drain you and assault you and scare you. Like the astral is a wild place. There's a lot that goes on. The lower tiers are very different from the higher tiers. You can access spaces that are similar to angelic realms, and then you can access spaces where you're going to get sucked dry, assaulted, attacked, hurt, and all these different things. But just know that they can't really navigate through into here. That's all they can do. They can scare you. It's really, really seldom that a psychic attack within the astral space can come through into the 3D. It can happen, but it's very rare. And when it does happen is as per pre-contracted agreement and experience. Okay. So really important in understanding that your intention, the frequency that you carry within the astral will set the tone in what space of the astral you will be able to navigate and find yourself. So if you go to bed angry, upset, and your system is in that vibrational frequency, you're going to more easily find yourself on the lower tiers of the astral. So that's why it's quite important to go to bed in a good space and just surrender and release. And again, yeah, very powerful space to speak and communicate with your guides. Okay. Eat raw onions and raw garlic's good for no, guys, garlic is very, very dense to digest. Like I don't, yeah. I mean, you can eat it if you want to. I know that it has like healing properties, but if you go to India, like none of the sadhus eat any garlic or onion because it takes a lot to energetically digest it for the sulfur. So, I mean, if you can find another way, I would suggest to find another way. I don't know what remedy this is being written for. Essential oils are good. Yeah. Yeah, garlic is very dense. And I'm actually allergic to garlic, interestingly enough. And I can't eat raw onion. If it's cooked, like I can only have a little bit. And then when I was in India and I was working with the sadhus in 2022, they explained to me, they said, because of the frequency that I carry, it's actually quite dense. It almost has the same density as meat, guys. That's how heavy garlic is to digest. If you go even in like Tibet, the monks and all that, they don't, none of them actually eat garlic. So yeah, I'm just saying you shouldn't eat it if you like it. Do you know what I mean? But I'm just saying it's quite heavy to digest from an energetic perspective as well. Yeah, tummy aches. Yeah, I mean, what kind of reactions do you get? Well, I don't eat it because I'm allergic. If it happens, I need to actually check every time I'm at the restaurant. I need to ask. I won't die, and I'm fine with cross-contamination, but if I do eat something with garlic, I'll be very, very sick. I'll probably projectile vomit it, like, within the hour. Yeah. Or, like, I'll keep burping it and feel cramps. Like, I'll be very, very sick. It's not pleasant. And I'll tell you guys a funny story so you can see part of, like, my life as well. I was dating this guy back in, like, my mid-20s, and he did not believe that I was allergic to garlic. He thought I was just fussy and I didn't want to eat it. And this one day he ordered this vegan burger with like a mushroom sauce, and he knew that it had garlic in it. He didn't say anything to me because he thought she's being ridiculous. We were living together. This was like my partner. Like, she's like, oh, she's being ridiculous and whatever. And so I couldn't taste it. Like sometimes it happens that there's garlic in it and you can't taste it, and I couldn't taste it. And I ate the whole burger, vegan burger. It was like a mushroom. It was like I think like a chickpea patty and like a mushroom sauce. It was really tasty. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. I was so sick, guys. I was projectile vomiting in the toilet the whole night. I was so, so sick. And then he said to me, he's like, oh, you actually, and I'm like, are you like retarded? Like I told you. And he's like, oh no, I just thought you were being fussy. I was like, oh my goodness. This person is actually still my friend now, believe it or not. But yeah, so that was one of my stories. So I'm very, very careful and mindful of it now. Yeah. Yeah, it was awful. Yeah, he thought he was being funny. He didn't know better. But yeah, I was very upset with him. Like I was very upset with him. Like I won't end up in hospital. I'll just like purge and like be very sick. Mm. I'll tell you certain types of basic interaction that we have with stranger acquaintances during the day that allow them into our dream space if we don't shield before bed. So first of all, I don't think you should be shielding out of fear of someone coming into your space, but it can happen that you have interactions with people in the day. There might be some karmic cord or some contract or something that needs to be neutralized between the two of you, and they can come through in the dream space. If you don't want them there, you can just set a boundary. But yeah, it can definitely happen. Sometimes beings will come through with a friendly face to teach you a lesson, sort of thing. And sometimes lessons will come through other people. So this is what happens with me. I will generally see, um, I'll generally have prophetic dreaming when it comes to people passing on, but I won't see the exact person. I will see it through someone that I know. So I'll give you an example. I've seen my grandfather pass away like 4 times. He's 98. He's still around. And each time it was someone else's family member that was passing away or passed away like a day or two after. Then I saw my one cat who went missing pass away. I didn't see her, but I saw my other cat pass away, but I felt that it was her showing me through the other cat. So, and then I'll get prophetic dreaming and it's quite random. I'll get it sometimes like acquaintances or friends, and they'll be in my dream and I'm like, okay, something's gonna happen, and then they'll be in like some sort of like car accident or scooter accident, or it's never anything like too hectic, but yeah, I'll receive a lot. It's not that I'm like necessarily receiving stuff to say to them. I'm just picking up on like disruptive energy that's going to happen to that person. And because I'm highly psychic, like I will see it before it happens. But it's very difficult because it requires like a lot of self, like trust. And I'll generally like sometimes I'll call and check on the person, and sometimes they'll be like, oh, actually, I'm moving through a lot, or this happened, or that happened. Sometimes I'll just leave it. Sometimes it's not even people that I know that well. Like I had it with my partner's friend's girlfriend like recently, and then she ended up being in like a car accident. So I thought that was quite interesting. But um, yeah. Um, I don't think garlic per se is necessarily negative prana. I don't think anything is like, positive or negative. Everything to an extent is what you make of it, but it does carry density, and if it's dense, then it requires more energy to kind of like clear it and release it. So I've got 1 or 2 more things that are coming up. I've got my collective healing on the 15th, so that's just under a week from now. It's $15 only, and it's 45 minutes of channeled light language. You will get feedback, and you get a light code image as well to work with. You can get tickets from the link below. Maybe Audrey, just put the store link, please, not just the website. Yeah, so you can go directly through into the store. So that's that. Again, for those of you who are just joining now, I've got my body retreat coming up, and you can follow the link for that too. That way. It's so funny. It's mirrored. So it's the opposite way around for me. And then event coming up, the Galactic Conference on the 8th of August. Tickets still available for that. I'm still taking people for my 6-week and 6-month program. So if you want to, kind of like move forward in your ascension process, if you want to catapult yourself, at the forefront of your experience, I will teach you a lot of what I know. I will help you bring up your psychic gifts, vision, intuition, and I'll train you to basically do what I do. On top of that, I am holding a training in the States, in Los Angeles. It's probably going to be early next year, so around February. Places are still available for that. I still have early birds available for that too. That's also the same link to go on my website. So, yeah, guys, if there's any more questions, I'll take maybe one or two more questions. If anyone wants to send me super chats, please do that as well. They're always really greatly appreciated. They help me keep giving these lives for free. And yeah, just generally assistance supports me. And if you want to donate as well, that's also really, really, really greatly appreciated. Thank you. Shannon loves my 45-minute light language. Yeah, that's the collective healing. I do have one a month. I'm going to have July, probably August. I might skip September because I'm doing Bali. So that's quite an intense month for me. But we'll see. So the June one is coming up very soon. $15, 45 minutes of channeled light language. Again, it's like a little expense for you, but it's a really, really beautiful and nice way to be able to support me. Okay. Opening, opening, opening. Opening systems. This is a heart expansion activation. They're sending me through a lot of aurora rays, rainbow rays. They're sending me through a lot of kind of like green. Ayashurukurakuaisha, Yatraishi Kurukuaisha, Kirukurukuaisha, Shukura Treatre Kurukokiashina Yatra, Shara Treatre Kyokot Kuraisha, Treasiero Kuruaisha, Natgraisha Yatra, Shukurukuaisha Yatra. Shukrukuatrea yat cresiera tra cret crokuaniaisha, shukrukuaishera yatra triati crokuaisha, siero crokuaishera trokurukua at criaisha, tiashera yat creaisha no crokuaisha, shukrukuaya ishina yatra triatiet crokuat cre, shiera trat creaia shina yatra, shukrukua yasera tra kiero crokut graishina taka, shukrukuaishina yatra. Okay, guys, so I'm going to take like one or two more questions if anyone has anything to ask. And then I'm going to keep this, to just over half an hour. I know I used to do 1 hour lives, but I am taking on a lot, guys. Like I've got a lot on my plate. I'm organizing this 8/8 event, which is quite a lot. And then I'm going to be in Spain in this time next week. So if any of you are there, thank you guys. Wish me fun in Ibiza. Thank you. Thank you so much. Do I do virtual sessions trainings? I'm located in the East Coast. Yeah, I am. So for Jamie, thank you for asking that. So my 6-week or 6-month program would be similar to the LA training that I'll be doing in person. Obviously, it's different for in person, but I do online sessions and trainings. So you can just follow the link to my website store page and you can check it out there, or you can send me an email. Either you can leave my email in the comments and then I'll send you a breakdown of the online trainings that I do. And then I do have some space for July and August. I'm just not taking people in September because I'm traveling, but I do still have a little bit of space. Yeah, so it's info@alterocredito.com. So I do have a little bit of space for July and August if you want to get in for like a 6-week or a 6-month training. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so for those also, guys, I'm going to be in Vegas in July. I'm doing quite a big media appearance on a very famous podcast and show. I'm not going to reveal what it is. I'll reveal it to you guys when I get there. Maybe some of you will guess it. There's a lot of people in my line of work that are going on this podcast right now. So I'm going to be flying to Vegas for it in mid-July. So if any of you are in Vegas and want a one-on-one session, please email me, contact me, DM me, and then I'll make a plan to be able to see you. Okay. Okay, guys. So thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your light. Thank you for joining. Thank you for your support. As I said, I won't be on next week or the one after, but I will come back the one just after that. I am also open to suggestions if you guys have any topics that you want me to tackle. I try not to do stuff that is too controversial just because I don't want to get like banned. Although I do feel like the information will go where it's needed to anyway. But yeah, if any of you want to leave me any last super chats, you're very, very welcome to do so. But thank you for your support and thank you for being here. Thanks, guys. Okay, so I'm going to see you soon. You must take care. And yeah, just remember, Connect to your guides. Awesome to come through. The astral space is a very powerful space. Once you learn to navigate and work with it, it's a very, very useful asset for the ascension process. Okay. Thank you, Savannah. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Okay. I'll speak to you soon. Okay. Take care. I love you. I see you. I appreciate you from my heart to yours. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.